We think we can deal with him because we see the reasonableness of his position, and right now we are prepared to disclose our bottom line. We don't ask for much. What's that bottom line? Basically, a legal status that secures three things. Number one, protection from deportation. Number two, the ability to work. And number three, the right to travel to our native countries. Simple, isn't it? But that, ladies and gentlemen, is the essential. We don't need a path to citizenship. I repeat, we do not need a path to citizenship. That's been the holdup, the stumbling block creating an impasse for legislation. Forget it. If that's where the line is drawn, fine. Full citizenship would be ideal, but it's not essential. We can live without it and live very fulfilling lives, feeling we belong and still able to participate fully as members of society. What we must understand is that the term citizenship, as it is employed in crafting immigration law, has a very specific technical meaning. It carries with it a bundle of rights, such as the right to vote, to participate in a jury, or run for elective office. These are some of the rights that even a lawful permanent resident does not have. But do you really think your average illegal alien standing at the corner of Home Depot waiting for work loses sleep over not being able to do jury duty? Do you think a mother who hasn't seen her kids in 10 years because she was forced to leave them behind cares so much about preserving her ability to run for mayor that it's, to her, citizenship or bust? No, I dare say 99.9% of illegals would take a bottom line deal in a heartbeat. But is anyone asking them? We're not invisible. We have opinions, and it's our life. Shouldn't what we would be willing to settle for and deem sufficient matter, indeed matter more, over and above what condescending politicians think is best for us? I ask. We say to traditional democratic leadership and other immigration champions, please do not dig your heels on a path to citizenship. Do not turn this urgent humanitarian crisis into a speculative opportunity for future political gain. You dropped the ball, so we are breaking ranks with you because of your intransigence and failure to adequately assess the situation and the opposition on the ground. Lives are at stake and time is of the essence. If you read, let's go to Mr. Trump. If you read Trump's official platform position on immigration, you won't find the words mass deportation. Not even deportation. You will find departure for criminals, but who can quibble with that? We see that as a good sign, an olive branch. Even if it's required, a temporary departure with a built-in process for readmission isn't really a deportation in our mind, as commonly understood. Let's not waste time and goodwill opposing it. Let's show flexibility and readiness to compromise and focus instead on the details of such departure, like what type of criminal violations would render us ineligible, the extent of those violations that would render one ineligible for readmission, the burden and standard of evidence to qualify, the cost and length of departure, and whether some or even most of the paperwork could be done in the U.S. prior to departure. Even if such departure and re-entry might be mostly symbolic, because that seems to be what it is, they just want the illegals out and then come back to those who qualify. And it would surely cause discomfort. It could be symbolic, but symbols are important, as is legal precedent. And they don't keep us from making the case that disruptions to our families, communities, and the economy should be kept to a minimum. Lastly, it's in our interest as well if our aspirations to legality come to fruition, to live in a nation that respects the rule of law and enjoys shared fundamental principles, values, and beliefs about life in society, handed down and fought for by prior generations that have made this the beautiful and amazing nation that it is. We vow loyalty to it and only ask for a small corner to adapt, integrate, and make our humble contribution to its greatness. Viva Trump! Let's make America great again where it has faltered, and even greater all in all. Please visit our Facebook page and help us air our little-known and oft-neglected perspective on immigration reform. Thank you.